It was supposed to be just a shock of energy, just another morning like all the others. But over time, the taste has changed. The coffee didn't wake me up anymore. It just kept me going. First, it was 2 cups, then 3. Now, I lost count, and when I realize that I am without him, I don't miss it. I panic, as if my body was screaming for something that should never have become essential. Now, it's no longer a habit, it's an addiction. Silent ritual that consumes me before I even take the first sip. I never thought that something so small could change me so much. I never imagined that the comforting aroma hid an invisible prison. Now, I don't know if I'm still drinking the coffee or if he's drinking me. Coffee, this dark potion that has been with humanity for centuries. In each sip, a promise, focus, energy, awakening. But every promise comes at a price, and no one tells you what it is, until it's too late. Within a single cup, there are more than 1,000 active compounds. Some beneficial, for sure. Other, not so much. Have you ever stopped to think about where this dark powder comes from? From chemical-soaked plantations or from pure mountains? From carefully harvested grains or mass production, where quality is only marketing BS? Studies show that certain batches of industrialized coffee contain mycotoxins, invisible fungi that survive roasting and accumulate in your body. Silent, patient, deadly. In small doses, they go unnoticed. 1 drop today, another tomorrow, until the poison sets in. And when you feel the symptoms, chronic fatigue, brain fog, constant inflammation, you no longer connect it to coffee. Because how can something so common be dangerous? But it's not just the fungus. It is the soil, saturated with pesticides that the industry swears is safe. It is the production race that chooses profit over purity. It is the fast roasting that destroys nutrients and preserves toxins. Modern coffee doesn't come from the earth. It comes from the assembly line. It's not grown. It's manufactured. It is not harvested. It is processed. And we, without realizing it, have become part of this machine. Each sip is a silent negotiation between pleasure and self-destruction. You think you're choosing coffee, but are you really? Or did coffee choose you a long time ago? Before it became an addiction, coffee was a ritual. Something sacred. Something that connected. People. Ethiopian monks drank to keep their minds sharp during prayer. It wasn't haste, it was presence. Each sip was an invitation to spiritual clarity, a conversation with the divine happening in silence. In Arabia, coffee brought people together, served slowly, shared with respect. The conversations lasted for hours. Coffee didn't speed things up. It brought people together. It was a bridge, not a combustible, but time has changed the ritual. When it arrived in Europe, coffee was tamed, packaged, and sold. It ceased to be spiritual and became fuel. It is no longer a celebration and has become a necessity. The taste of connection became the taste of haste. The glass once shared became a solo shot swallowed in seconds. Between meetings, in the car, in front of the computer. The coffee that used to come from the land now comes from capsules and barcodes. It's beautiful. It's convenient. It's practical. But he lost his soul. And the more they promise instant energy, the further we move away from real energy, the kind that comes from life, from restorative sleep, from real food, from conscious movement. Old coffee was prayer. Today's coffee is anesthesia. The first one awakened the soul. The second only prevents you from actually waking up. And you, when was the last time you really felt your coffee? Not only did you drink, but did you feel it? The aroma, the temperature, the taste? Or has it become just another automatic gesture on your never-ending to-do list? Stop for a second. Look around you. How many people are drinking coffee right now? Without thinking, without feeling, bitter, sweet, odorless, colorless, a black liquid that only fills the emptiness of routine. Look at your coworker, too, the stranger in line, to yourself in the mirror. No one smells it anymore. No one notices the heat escaping from the cup. No one pays attention when your body asks for a break. It's automatic. It's habit. It is survival disguised as pleasure. The cup became a crutch. The liquid has become medicine for a disease that we ourselves have created. Haste. But there is another group. Small, quiet, people who have chosen to wake up differently. That rise with water, fruit, sunlight, silence, who understand that energy does not come from caffeine, but from balance. They are no better, they just made a different choice. While some drink to get through the day, others drink to feel the day, some seek to escape, others, presence. Some wake up their bodies, other, your conscience. And the difference between them is not in what they drink, but what they're looking for. Because maybe your body has never asked for coffee, maybe it's just asking for care, maybe you've been begging for attention for years, but you're too busy drinking to listen. Inside your body, everything starts small, imperceptible, silent. Caffeine comes in, your heart races, your brain lights up, you call it energy, but your body calls it an alarm, emergency, survival mode. With each sip, your nervous system goes to war. Dopamine spikes, adrenaline floods your veins, cortisol. The stress hormone spikes without you even realizing it. It's a chemical cocktail that convinces you that you're fine, that you are productive, that you're alive, but it's not energy, it's debt. Your body lends strength that it doesn't have. Steal from tomorrow to pay. Today, your brain believes the lie for a few hours, but when the effect wears off, then comes the accident. Creeping anxiety, deep exhaustion, the void that cannot be filled with anything else. And what do? You drink again, the cycle begins again. Fast, more destructive. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of your body, your liver tries to filter out what keeps coming in non-stop. Your kidneys struggle to eliminate toxins that never stop coming. Your heart runs marathons you've never signed up for. Beat after beat, day after day, your exhausted adrenal glands beg for rest, but there is no pause, just more coffee. And your body, resilient as it is, can handle it. Hold, until one day it can't anymore. Until one day his body goes silent, and silence is the only sound left. But if you stop, even if only for one day, your body understands. He remembers. He thanks you, because silence heals what stimulus destroys, because rest regenerates what it consumes. And maybe, just maybe, you'll discover that the energy that coffee has given you, it was never really yours. Final sound, heartbeat slowing down, sound of dripping water, purification. Maybe coffee was never the villain. It just reflected what the world has become. The adrenaline that never stops, anxiety that has become normal, the need to function all the time, even when your body is begging for a break. Coffee is the mirror of the modern soul, restless, tired and hungry for meaning. We live in an era where stopping is seen as weakness, where rest is a luxury, where being on all the time has become synonymous with success. And coffee? It just helps us to keep the act, pretending that everything is fine while everything is falling apart inside. But every sip is still a choice, not about coffee, but about what you're feeding inside yourself. Are you feeding real energy or just postponing the breakdown? Are you nourishing your body or just silencing your cries for help? Because sometimes your body doesn't want energy. He wants calm. He wants presence. He wants to be heard. He wants life. Some people wake up to coffee, and some people wake up for life. And when you understand the difference, you'll realize that the awakening was never in the cup. It was on you all the time, because death rarely comes all at once. He doesn't knock on your door announcing your arrival. Sometimes it comes in small doses, in everyday choices that seem harmless, in habits that become prisons, in cups that become chains. And when you finally realize you've had too much to drink to come back, or do you? Because there is still time. There is always time to really wake up. Not with caffeine, but with awareness. The question is not whether you will stop drinking coffee. The question is, are you going to wake up before it's too late? Now answer me something. If tomorrow coffee stopped being produced in the world, could you live without it? Think carefully about this answer and let me know in the comments. What's the most disturbing fact you've discovered about coffee today? Take a dose of reflection and release it in the comments.